Yeah, today we'll be looking at how to create this trending effect with just our smartphone. Without wasting too much of our time, a quick intro. If you are new to this channel, here we share tips and tricks on how to create or edit complex designs or editing that requires PC with just your smartphone. So in this video, we'll be looking at how to create this trending effect right from scratch. We'll be going through how to get the texture and overall editing. So we'll be using in this video Pinterest and PixelLab. If you are not new in the editing and designing world, you already know what Pinterest is used for. We'll get our resources from Pinterest, then head to PixelLab to finalize our work. You can as well use any of your resources platforms to get the resources you need, or for the sake of the video and what I normally use is Pinterest. So I go on Pinterest, just have to search for the texture that you feel like using in your design or to create the effect if you are doing practical. So search for abstract colored pattern like this. Search for abstract colored pattern. So there you have it. I already have the patterns I needed, so you just look for the one that it fits what you want to design. So now you head to your PixelLab. I forgot to mention I'll be sharing 3 ways I use to create this pattern effect in PixelLab. No, I don't need it. So here is the thing I do when I want to create this type of effect or I want to use it in a design. I'll firstly create my background, which will be matching the effect texture. So to achieve this, I will have to import the texture first, then draft out my background from it so that all the design will have unity. So now I'll just pick the texture I needed and just choose this first. Then I'll go to my background gradients. I want the center to be something light, in which I'll be using this orange, and the edges to be something dark. I'll be taking this red part. Okay, so something feels off. That red is not reddening enough, it's not darkening enough, so I want it more darker. It's just the way I want it that I'm creating this. So in your own time you might decide you don't want it that way. Just create what you feel like using. This is fine to me. After getting our background, we'll have to draft out how the pattern would look like. I want the effect to shape, or the shape of the effect that we'll be using. I want it to look. So we'll be creating that, and the first tool we'll be using for the elements in PixelLab I'll be using is this Bezier or Bazaar or anyhow you pronounce it. It's just these two that we'll be using first. It's kind of complex in the terms of views, but it comes in handy. So after clicking on it, first thing I normally do is I drag it to the side so that it will give me more space to create the pattern the way I want it. So I'll just click on this thing that look like arrow up and navigation, this thing. I'll just click on it, then you'll be able to drag it. So I'll just drag it to one side this way, Then I'll click on this one in the middle, which allows me to edit all these points. So I'll click on it. So after that, I will want to add more joints to it so that I can have more patterns to create. Then I'll click on this place. That one will allow me to add more joints. So I'll click here, then edit the joint again. And I will click here again to add more joints. Now I've created it the way I want the surface that I want it to come out. These are the surface I will allow to come out. So now the other joints are to make it, so the other joints, I'll be using the other joint to close up this pattern so that I will have it in form of a solid shape, not just lines. I just use our lines to trace it out, so I will be able to have it in a solid shape now. So now all I will just be doing is adding the point to it to reach this, to be close to this ending part. If I try to close it now, the line will just overlap. It will just overlap this one, then go and close it up. I don't want such a thing, so I will have to add more joints that will pass through the down part, then add it to the ending part. So this is what I'm saying. Now I want to close it. If I try to close it right now, you click on this to close it. If you click on it, oh thank God, I have it the way I want it, no stress. Let me reduce the size. Let me reduce it. So you click on this place to reduce the size. Now let's drag it to the middle. Now you will scroll down, go to fill option, increase it to 100, scroll down again. For us to remove this black stroke, decrease this one to 0, decrease the stroke to 0, then click on check mark. Now you have your shape. What next is the texture, is adding the texture. If you do it this way now, you can really see the shape. You already see what's created. Now we want to add texture to it. So you click on it, ensure that you click on it, scroll down, go to texture, click on the image, add the texture of your choice. This is the texture that we use. So let's rotate it, then add. If you click on this enable, it will enable you to enlarge, to stretch throughout the pattern. So you have something cool here. Now click on the check mark and you scroll down. If you feel this is going too fast for you, you can watch the video over again. And if you are new to the app, you can just skip to the end of the video. I made a video on introduction to PixelLab where all these elements are explained, and all the elements in this app I explained one after the other. So you go to inner shadow, enable your inner shadow, then this is where the works comes in, because now we'll be dealing with where the light is touching in this effects, creating the light effect on this shape now. So I think I'm liking that dark part. So once you get your inner shadow, you can just play around with the X and Y here. You can just play around with sorry, I'm coming. You can just play around. Oh shit, like this. Enable your inner shadow, then you can just play around with this X and Y to create where the light reflection is touching. So if you do it this way, you could see the shadow moving. Then you do it this way. Now you have the light coming out from this angle. The light is coming out, it's coming like this, so it's creating a shadow here, in which you could see that this thing is now forming a 3D effect. So you can just decide to play around with it. Okay, what else can we do here? Let's try and create something much like orange of a color. Now here you have another one. So you just play around with it, and you can play around with the background as well. Let me try to create something lighter for the effect. This is not giving what we wanted, so let me go to the background and do something with it, and just make this space more darker. Still not giving, so you have to go back to the inner shadow and play around with the color. I think this okay, this is fine for me, this is okay. So that is the first way to go about it. The second way now is this, these two here. You can use this, and this one I recommended it very well because it allows you to do it the way you want it, the way you can easily do it the way you want it. So when you click on it, scroll down, you increase your smoothness, then enable fill inside, and that's what you have to do. Then start drawing your shape the way you want it. Yeah, I think this is fine. Let me do something else. Best artist in the world. Well, I drew something, so click on check mark. Now let's go to texture. Before I forgot, I think we should create our background first. So let's hide this, import your texture. I'll be using this white and black texture. So I think this one is straightforward. I can just create white and black background. And the inner part is white. Okay, so let's enable our shape back. Now add our texture to it. Click on texture. I would like to flip it. I don't really need the enable, but I think I should add it. I should add it. Let me see if I do it this way. This is much better. So click on check mark. Now my inner shadow, enable it, increase it. I'll be using white as the inner shadow this time around to create the light. Increase the blur. Now I'll just play around with the X and Y to create where the light is affecting the most. So where it depends on where you want your light to be coming out from. Is it right from the top or just from one side? So this is it. Let's imagine you have a background that the lightning is coming from corner like this. Yeah, from this. You can see the light is coming this way down. So the light will be reflecting. The light should be reflecting on these edges, and some of this place, something like this place now, should be like dark. It should be like the shadow. The light shouldn't be reflecting here because the lightning is coming right from here. It's coming here. There's no, the light is reaching here. Though there's a reflection, a little reflection, but it shouldn't be much as the one on this upper part. So you go to your X, you go to inner shadow, go to your X and Y. That's where you'll be able to create where the light is mostly affecting. Can you see now? Now this is how you do it. So now you can see that it's looking more realistic rather than just leaving the inner shadow one way or the other. You play around to your X and you determine where your light is mostly affecting. Now you can see that the light that we have here is much lesser to the light that is appearing on this upper part. So that's how you use your second tool to create it the way you want. The last but not the least is using shapes, and I barely use it though. So you can just choose your shape and use it to create whatever you want. Like you can just pattern it, design it. You don't want something much, and just copy this, rotate it. Then I have something like this. So you can decide to add your texture like that, or merge it together and then have your texture on it. If we decide to add our texture just like that, this is what we have. Repeat. So let me enable it. Go to inner shadow, add the inner shadow, increase the blur, use your X and Y to increase the effect. So this is what you have. Now if you copy this, this is it. Now you are good to go. Or either way around, you can just remove this texture, disable this texture, delete it. So you can just merge it since you already have the type of shape you want. You merge it, then you add your texture on it. And let's add texture. You can see this. The reason why I'm enabling this one is because of this dash line. It's dividing where the texture is stopping, then starting it all over again. But if you click on this enable now, it will stretch it to fill all this shape so that it will look more realistic. Now you see we have no lining cutting it. So now scroll down to your inner shadow, enable your inner shadow, increase the blur, sorry, that's the X, increase the blur, then click decide the lights that you want. I want to increase it because the blur is reflecting here, so I want to increase it so that it will be out of sight. So let's play around with our X and now we have it like this. Let me just copy, flip, but no, rather I'll just do it this way. So that is how you can create this effect with your smartphone. I'll be dropping another video on how to create this effect without being limited to inner shadow, because sometimes you have issues like getting the right inner shadow that you want for the texture with the background and all that, and it's really annoying when you go over again trying to figure out which color best suits and the thing that you are trying to design, or even the texture. Sometimes you will not be able to edit the texture based on what you want. Okay, what if I want the texture to be darker? What if I want it to be light? There are different instances that you can even imagine before even getting to it. That okay, right now everything that you can create here, no matter how you created it, the inner shadow is your stopping point where you get everything kind of mixed up. You just have to know how to go out by with your color to actually get it, and when you practice more better, you'll be able to figure out when you want to use darker texture, you use light inner shadow, and if you have something like this, you just go with the color that is reflecting with the light and so on and so on. But what if you want to try to create something different, like being able to edit at your own pace? So I'll be dropping a video on that. Just stick around, click on the subscribe button, and so you get notified and you see the video soon. Later.